Hello, everyone. Hi, this is Debbie Happy Cohen, founder of Joy Based Living. And I wanted to acknowledge that at Joy Based Living, we deal with topics that are both the good stuff and the hard stuff. And I wrote a book called Sanctuary to help us deal with the hard stuff. The good stuff includes spiritual connection and peak performance. Although spiritual connection can really bring up a shadow side, and peak performance can bring up all the places where you're weak. Healing trauma actually frees you in a similar way as the Statue of Liberty, unshackling yourself from mental and emotional bondage because you were born free. Did you know that Lady Liberty is not standing still? Her right foot steps forward, breaking the chains. And there's a book about that called The Right Foot. I wanted to offer some resources right now for one of the hardest things that people face when they're dealing with the hard stuff, because it pushes people's buttons on a spiritual level if they think that positivity means being spiritual and negativity means being unspiritual. I'm dedicating this message to the Sherpas at Joy Based Living, which is what we call our people who are leaders and that we've been practicing for a few years. Imperfectly, but we have been practicing. So one of the things that happens is that in order to heal trauma, you have to face some of the really yucky stuff inside of you. By doing that, you offer a good stuff experience to the bad stuff because you become identified with the largest part of you while you're doing that. So, for example, part of the healing includes facing the anger and blame that could be living very deep inside of you. In order to give you some assurance that you're heading in the right direction, and in order to establish your practices stronger and help you not doubt yourself while you're dealing with the hard stuff, here are a few resources. Mind Body Code by Mario Martinez, audio number 6. He has a book by the same title, but here I'm referring to the audios where you let your anger out in audio number 6, and they do build up. Richard Grannon speaks on healing from the inner critic, healing from emotional trauma and abuse, and he has a series called Fortress on YouTube. If you look up Grannon Fortress and look up videos 1 and 2 on the inner critic, he gives Pete Walker credit for those two practices. Video 1 is about establishing your boundaries. Video number 2 is about being really, really kind and compassionate to yourself. Last but not least, Pete Walker's book called CPTSD, Chapter 9. It is the essence, core crux of where healing takes place in every personal development workshop I have ever been to. It's the hard stuff. It's the stuff that often you'll find yourself either resisting it or you might need some help with it. And if you do, get help. Get professional help if you need it. It's worth it. What I want to acknowledge right now is that spiritual connection is very much related to the higher vibrations here: joy, appreciation, freedom, and love. And that in the Bible, I see the Bible very metaphorically and mystically, which means I don't take it from a historical sense of view as much as I take it from it's speaking to my psyche point of view. There are many stories of different people who are claiming Jerusalem for themselves. One of them uses trumpets and blasts the walls down. One of them uses a hooker, a prostitute, to get in. One of them uses a sneaky thief. Whatever it takes for you to claim your Jerusalem, your Garden of Eden. And what does that mean? That means the joy within you. And when I say whatever it takes, I don't mean being violent against other people. I mean within your own psyche. If you need to get really angry, if you need to get into severe blame, you let yourself do that, whatever it takes to break those walls down. And then you come to the recognition, oh, okay, those are just feelings. Those are just thoughts. They've been inside of me. They're part of me and they're okay too. And we welcome ourselves fully at joy-based living. And that is a practice. Sometimes people join joy-based living thinking it's going to be really easy and they're going to get to have it just because they want it. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to claim it for yourself. You have to claim your own Garden of Eden within your psyche and within your life for yourself. It is not for the faint at heart. It is for the brave. And with that, I stand with you wholeheartedly, creating sanctuary in the world by facing my own traumas and by facing my own great divine spirituality and by seeing the best in myself and seeing the best in you. Thank you so much for being with me here on this journey. Bye for now. This is Joy-Based Living.